Okay, so we're in my bedroom. See all that? It's a pain in the ass. See all that? You see these buckets? It's all a pain in the ass. But at least I got food. Okay? The problem with food prepping, I'm telling you, it's nice to know you have it, but you gotta figure out where you're gonna freaking store it. Anyway, I'm getting up into my bedroom. Can you see? I pulled out all that crap. Those are all CDs and stuff, people. Probably music. Okay, anyway, do you see what I've done? There's the honey. We've got all the stuff to make mustard. I did some nested stuff there with pickled onions and sweet pickle, like sweet pickle onions and that kind of stuff. And there's, yeah, just whatever, right? So I just pulled out a thing, a container that was full of fabric. Because you have to remember, people, I never got a chance to sew in this house. I was too busy in the freaking yard. I get so mad you don't even know. But, whatever. I'll deal with fabric in the wintertime. Right now, food is more important, especially in this day and age. So, as I'm pulling stuff out, obviously I gotta wipe things down, right? The floor and, you know, spiders and whatever, right? I don't get a lot of spiders in this room, but spiders like floors. It's an old house, right? So I am trying to figure out, I'm sorting out a system here, right? So as I do this, I'm pulling out more shit that's ending up out there in the hall. And I'm not going to get it all done in one day, because this is not fucking easy, man. I'll show you the big thing of fabric I just pulled out from this one little corner here. And it's going out towards the hall, and then I don't know where I'm going to put it yet. Right? I'm not going to deal with fabric until towards, well, winter time. That's when I'll start thinking about what I'm going to do with fabric. I'm going to try and sew, but honest to God, I can't fucking see shit. So I don't even know how that's going to work. You see, I got jars down here too. See, I'm replacing stuff. Do you see? See those jars? Right, jars here. Where's my hand? I can't see. There's my hand. Anyway, jars there. Jars down there. Jars up in here. Jars in there. Pulling out other stuff. That's what I'm doing. Right. Let the floor dry. And then after that, I'll put these buckets in there. You know, you want to keep things handy, right? That label what's in these buckets. As a matter of fact, I just seen some beans. I just opened up one here. This one right here. We've got tapioca. This is what's in this bucket. Right here. Remember I said I need to make something just for Amari? I don't know if those are Cantatelli beans, cranberry beans, or Great Northern white beans. It looks to me like it could be a white bean, but I can't really see. But anyway, that's enough to write what I need to make that, you know, for Amari, right? As a staple to control blood sugar. So, I don't know what else is in this bucket. I think it's just a mosh posh of everything. See, this one looks like cranberry beans. Anyway, that's just... Okay, so we'll leave that there, and then we'll put that there. So that's what I'm doing right now, okay? You know? And, like, I can only do this... Oh, my Lord. When I have energy. Right? See this right here? Do you see this? This basket's full of fabric. Do you see that? I don't even know what kind of fabric is in it. It's been sitting here for 10 years. Oh yeah. I never got to sew. Look, it's all nicely bagged up. Right? Yeah, it's all bagged up. So I'm taking this out. It's a full basket, and I already took some out outside there. I'll worm it out. Right? And as I'm taking out fabric, I'm repositioning these things. Right? And then, yeah, you can see. Right? I'm going to put a little fan that I just bought. It's a little air purifier. And it has a little fan that's really good. So I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to turn it on full blast. And I'm going to see how fast it cools everything down. Underneath my cupboard in the kitchen, where I have Amari's stuff to make his super drinks with, I'm going to bring those jars in here, right? So that's why I'm like reorganizing. And I'll have them on the table so that when I want to make a super drink, easy to get to, because I can kind of see. Well, can't say I can see, but it will be labeled. It will be labeled what it is, right? And it will be easier to get access to. Like, this is all food in here, people. Like, I know you can't see it, right? It's dark. Shoes that I never ever get to wear. Literally. Look at this, beautiful shoes. Just whatever. I don't know what I'm going to do with that stuff. See? Right? So, look. These are 1.9 gallons, right? Or gallons. Yeah, 1.9 liter jars. I don't know what's in there. I think this is just jars for when I want to make my salsa or something. It's just seems to be just a box that has been unopened yet. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, so I think you can kind of see me here. This not easy to do this, people, like, right? Like, if fucking paramedics were to come to my house right now, right? They'd be calling social workers on me again. Because there's shit in my hall. Like, the fucking hall is not a hall. Okay? Like, you don't even know. Like, it's stupid, right? Like, I bring out a few things because, I'm putting food first before fabric, okay? This fabric's been sitting in here. Like, I got records here, fabric there, freaking records up in there. My clothes I never get to wear, shoes I never get to wear, whatever. I don't even open my fucking drawers, for crying out loud. Like, you don't even know, okay? So, anyway, I'm not gonna get mad. Food is important, especially this kind of food, because I spend good money on this stuff, people. You don't even know, okay? But I have to label. I have to label what this crap is. I mean, some of it I'm going to be using regularly. Some of it is like long-term food storage. Like, I don't know what's in these jars here, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, panela sugar. This is the sugar. This is the sugar that has actual magnesium in it, right? So, this is a good sugar for Amari, in terms of a sweetener, because it's got minerals in it that, like, magnesium is one of them. That's one for sure. And a few other trace elements in it, right? Because normally sugar doesn't have any kind of minerals, right? But this one does. It comes from a tree, I think, from India. That's where it comes from. And it's almost like a brown sugar. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, I invested into, like, I know I've got 30 pounds of maple sugar upstairs, and I should have another 20 pounds of it downstairs somewhere in jars. I have to go in there and sort everything out again, right? Because you have to, it takes time to do this stuff. Right? It takes energy, it's not, this shit's not easy, right? So, but once it's all figured out in here, is this all the same stuff? Yeah, this is all the same stuff. There's one jar missing, though. And then, of course, it gets heavy, so I have to distribute the weight around, right? You know, that's why I'm taking out fabric now, because I'm bringing in these things, right? But this room is cool. Not so much right now because the weather's been so hot, but these jars are nice and cool, for sure. I can feel them because they're north wall, right? Well, that's the north wall, really. So, anyway, north, sort of north, on the floor, in the dark, in a box, and it's cool, it's nice. But I have to bring in a fan, because I've got jars in here that are canned, right? And the cooler the room, the better it is. So I'm going to try and do that. So, and I know I got maple sugar in these same size jars up there in that box, right? Like, when the social workers come to my house, they never come into this room. Nobody ever looks in this room. Right? They never ask. Maybe they just wait for the video to get a sneak peek. Right? What you gonna find? Fabric, records, beautiful clothes, and lots of food, and miscellaneous craft stuff and that kind of stuff. And I took out a set of bells that's now in my hall. Bells that I used to take out to the park, right? With their own stand. Like, these are legitimate, really nice, heavy duty. They used to be in here, but I'm putting this in here. Now, in terms of this sugar, I paid $92, something like $92 or $95 for this particular sugar. And it got me 3 gallons, and I know there's a little bit left sitting in the bag. And maybe a jar somewhere kicking around. Right? You know, so that's what I mean. I spend good money on this stuff. And in light of how much you're paying for white sugar for 10 kg, okay, which is 22 pounds, well, it's $20, okay? For 25 pounds of this sugar, it was like 90 bucks. But this one here has magnesium in it, and, you know, it's just better, right? So, but there's one extra spot here, so I'm just going to leave it empty for now, because in terms of a jar, and then I go like this, right? Oh, what can you see? Nothing. You can't see anything. Anyway, I'll put it on the box here so I know what's in it. And then I'm going to get in after I organize it in here a bit better, right? Because that's what I've been doing, right? I used to have paper in here, Uncle John's paperwork and non-profit paperwork, and that was all on this table, and I cleared it out, and then it went down into the hall, and then at one point it was in War Room 1, and then I set up the little grow room in there with the tomato plants, and then everything came back out and kind of moved into the bedroom. And, you know, like, this house is small, like, if you want nothing, have nothing. You know, I got this little closet in the hall there that I have my freaking tools on the bottom, and that's where I should be putting my vacuum cleaner. But, you know, I have no place to put my bloody tools, people. Like, you don't even know. I'm stupid. So the vacuum cleaner sits out like a sore thumb. You know, why you got the vacuum cleaner on the floor? Put it away. Well, maybe because I got my tools there. You know, I'm not using them right now, but it's just a matter of time before I do. Right? I can't have them outside getting rusted and all that shit. Or stolen, for that matter. You know? Can't really have them downstairs. All that shit got, half of it got, 3/4 of it got all thrown out. I'm still trying to put some of that shit away that ended up in the freaking garage. You know? It's just... whatever. We know why they're doing this, people. Okay? So, you see, this is how you do it. See, now, when I run out of that, I got it here somewhere. A nice smaller jar, right? And that's what I'm going to put all on this table so that when I'm working more with the food, right? I have what I use regularly, and then, you know, what I need for, in terms of storage, easy enough to find, right? For the most part, I would think. But I'm moving out other shit. That's the thing. This was all, you know, I took everything out. The bells were in here. Now I'm putting some cans in there. I bought the chickpea cans. I've got the corn can, which will sit, right? And I'm trying to decide what I want to do. So, anyway, I'm just trying not to get mad. I'm trying so hard not to get mad. Well, not because of this, but because I get harassed to be a miracle maker, a superhuman fucking housewife or something. I don't know. Now, this box has got 4 jars of pure 100% maple sugar in it. That I know. So technically I don't really have to move that, because I've got in here. What I need to do is make more room for the bigger jars that are underneath my cupboard in the kitchen, so I don't have to dig for them when I'm ready to get into Amari Super Drinks. I can just come in here, come on the table, go through the jars that I want, and take them out, go do what I need to, and then bring them back, right? And then as they empty out, that's when, like, if I empty it, like I got a jar of maple sugar here, when it empties out, I just come and replace it and get another one here, or whatever, right? But this stuff takes time. It takes time to sort it out. You know, it takes energy, and I only have so much energy. These eye drops are making me tired. So this is an unopened box of jars, so that when I want to do my, and they're the ones with the lug lids, which are different. They're not the screw band ones, right? They're not these kind lids with the screw band and that. They're the lug lids, right? And I'm going to end up making salsa. But I've been buying salsa, and I tuck some in there, right? I'm stocking up a little bit on store-bought salsa, as well as pie filling. They're charging $8 a can for pie filling, regular price. Like, come on. That's ridiculous. So if you find it on sale, you better buy it. And find a spot where you can put it. I put mine over there. So I'm going to get a little stockpile of that going. Just, you know, I don't know, maybe 12 cans. Whatever. I've already got something like 4 and 5 of blueberry. So I said to Andre, we'll keep an eye open for strawberry. And of course I've got my canning downstairs. You know, and it's so dark in here and I can't see shit. I'm looking for this because I'm like, well, what's in there? You know, like what is this? Oh, Lord. Alright. This is the best way to store this stuff. In a jar, I'm telling you. Vacuum seal when you can. Oh, boy. What is this? Whole barley. So, in this situation, a whole barley, you want it vacuum sealed for sure. I don't know if I put oxygen absorbers in there. I don't think so, but definitely vacuum sealed, because whole barley tends to have a little more moisture, so you don't want to use a oxygen absorber, right? But you can vacuum seal it, and you can put it in a jar, and it will last a long, long time, right? So we got the whole barley, We've got the pearl barley. You remember when I did that, right, people? Pearl. So this one here is more like, yeah, you see this one here is more like long-term food storage. So in this situation, I don't think I can get 2 of these big jars. Oh, jeez. What do we got? I don't know. I got lentils there. Maybe I should put those lentils. Maybe just to fill up that box, I think I'm going to put these lentils, because I got lentils elsewhere, so it's not necessary to have these lentils. These are new. See? It does, yeah, it's whole red lentils. These ones are whole red lentils. So I'm going to put them in this box. Put the label down. Because you want to utilize your space, right? You definitely want to utilize your space. And then I'm going to take this barley, because I need this table for these jars that are underneath my cupboard by my stove off to the corner there, right? Because, you know, when I already took the time to make a chef's salad with Andre, and we made for Marina and Uncle Mercane. So we did 4 big bowls, wooden bowls. I have beautiful wooden bowls. And we did a chef's salad. All right? So I'm like, you got to work fast. Come on. So he really, 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 really liked it. And then yesterday, I actually did a video on it, but I deleted the videos because I didn't realize that I hadn't put them on the computer yet. Or I don't think I put them on the computer. Maybe I did. I don't think so. I'll look. Anyway, I came across, yeah. See? Again, things on my floor, right? Annoying the paramedics. Treating me like I'm some fucking crackhead here, okay? With a bunch of garbage shit on my floor in terms of, like, you know, computer parts and just, I don't know, right? You know how some houses can get. But I have, like, food on my floor. So I had this here in bigger jars that had been sitting in the jars for a long, long time. They were downstairs, and then I brought them upstairs as, you know, I'm taking whatever, right? And I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it because it was so long. And what it is it's a French onion soup base. Right? And I mean, we're talking like 10 years old here, okay? I mean, I've had this for years and years and years and years and years. And I've had them in 2 separate jars. And I've been meaning to, like, boil up some water, you know, taste it, see if I wanted it. If not, it's going in the compost. Well, finally, I did it yesterday. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. And it was a good base to make French onion soup with cheese. And I did the video. I ate all mine. Andre ate most of his. He just didn't like the soggy bread. But he ate everything else. And then he gave the rest to the cats. So the cats ate everything that he didn't eat. Right? I ate what I wanted. And I got like 8 quart-sized jars of this French onion soup base that if I was to go off and buy it in terms of the bulk, it probably cost me $80 compared to maybe what I bought it when I did buy it, right? Because it came in a big box back in those days. So, okay, so we got the whole red lentils there. So now this box, I'm just going to take this whole box of barley and I'm going to put it on top. And see, this is where it starts getting heavy. So you gotta be careful what you're doing, right? So anyway, that's fine. I'll show you for now. See, and it gives me a little more room to bring in a couple of those jars, right? So see, I used to do all my work in here. There's my other desk. That is actually that right there is a work computer in there. That is actually the true War Room 1. And then it moved into War Room 1 when I really took it to a whole new height with Uncle John and filed those lawsuits. But that's the original War Room 1 because I have a work computer in there as well. Right? That's where I really fought for Andre when they took Andre. And then when they took John, that's when I moved into, well, what I dub now is War Room 1. But that's the original War Room. Yeah. Oh my God. So now you know why I'm taking out fabric. Right? The fabric was in here. Stacked from the bottom to the top. And I took that out. And then there's more fabric here. And then this is records. And then we've got records over here. And then we've got, oh, I don't know. I can't even freaking see. Right? And then whatever was in there I took out. So I'm taking out things and I'm replacing it with food. Because in light of what's going on, you know, sure, I guess as a foster parent, you're getting yourself $4,000 a month for a child like Amari, we'll just say, and another $3,000 or more for a child like Andre. Maybe they're not worried about food. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what those people are thinking. All I know is I don't want to run out of food, and I don't want to have to be paying stupid prices. And 3 years from now, when all I have to do is come into the room and pretty much grab what I want when I want it. So I'm going to put now red whole lentils on this box. I should label this box. So label your boxes, label your jars or whatever, and label your boxes as you do this. I'll have to come back in here and figure that out in terms of miscellaneous stuff, right? My goal right now is just to make room for what is underneath my cupboard. That's what I want, right? Because I want to, you know, start. Isn't this just a beautiful little box? Look at this. This is real. I don't know what kind of wood it is, but it's so nice. This is where I miss my girls. You know, Shimei would love to have this. I don't know about Tisha, maybe, but whatever. Just say this little junk that was in there. And then, of course, and I'm bringing a fan in here to cool down the room because, you know, this is my bacon, right? Look at how nice that is. Do you see? If this room was a little more colder, oh boy, that'd be really nice. So it's holding up pretty good in terms of none of these jars have popped. Now, mind you, they were all done through the pressure canner, but still doesn't mean they won't pop. And then what do we got underneath it? Yeah, you see, here's another whole case of something. Oh my Lord. But this one here, I think I'm using. Yeah, let's just see. These ones I want access to. Let's just see. Yeah. So we've got the golden berries, which I have underneath, right? So really I should be bringing those in here. I've got another box. We've got the organic cranberries, right? This is the stuff I'm going to be using for Amari Super Drinks. Organic cranberries. Okay, well, we don't need 2 of these here, but either or. Right, and what is this? We've got the hull barley, so we've got that one, okay. And then we've got the organic mulberries dehydrated, but I've got those all over the house, right? So those are nice. And then we've got more mulberries organic. But underneath in the cupboard, I've got the big jars of these. So technically, some of these can go closer down to the floor. And then when I run out of my big jars, I'll just grab them as I need them. Right? I don't know. It's not easy doing this. I don't like this. But I think it's important. I really do. With just the way the world is going. Like, I send either Marcane or Tisha to the grocery store. They come back with a jug of milk, a loaf of bread, maybe 2, a couple of potatoes, a few bananas, maybe a head of lettuce, a few tomatoes, and something else, and maybe something else, and they ended up spending like $80. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, what the fuck did you buy? You hardly bought anything. You know, you came home with 3 potatoes, for crying out loud. Because they're trying to save money, right? Oh my Lord. So, yeah, no. That's ridiculous. Completely ridiculous. So, anyway. Oh yeah, you see, here's a box right here. So this box, alright, I could actually put somewhere. Maybe I'll put this box. I don't know how many jars I can get in this box, and I can just double up the boxes here. Let's just see. See, it takes time. It takes time. Right? I don't know what these people think I do all day. So, one organic cranberry, we'll just say, let's see how many jars of these. I think I can probably get 6. Because the more you get them out of the light, right? So we want the whole barley out. I don't need this mulberry because I know for a fact that I have them underneath the cupboard. Right? So. Plus I've got some in buckets. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. Oh boy. Never easy. Never easy. And then I get into a mental snag. I'm in a mental snag. Right? You know, you have to, wait, what's this? Farro wheat. This is good for making whey protein with. Alright, so you leave that one out. I snag up because I get frustrated because I don't have enough room to put things nicely the way I want them. Right? So, okay. So, and then of course you gotta think strategies. So, this is the way I'm gonna tackle this problem. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'll show you. This up here, that's a trunk full of fabric. Oh yeah. It's called velour. Mm-hmm. Beautiful, beautiful fabric. You don't even know. You don't even know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this barley and I'm going to put it down on the floor here, because the closer you can bring things down to the floor, the better off it is. And of course, I'm not supposed to be doing this, because that's heavy shit. Pop out my lens. But whatever. The lens is no good anyway. Well, maybe that's not gonna work. Yeah, you see, then you try something, thinking it's gonna work, and it doesn't work. But it might work. See? Okay, so we already got jars down there. Then we've got these jars. I like the bucket there, but these buckets I'm going to be using regularly, so it's not like it's necessary to have that there. And then because these are not, you know, closer to the floor, right? It'll be nice and cool, for sure. That'll be good. So I have to go and write down what's there. for this. Absolutely not. And then I got another box, and I can stack another box just like that on top of that box. For these, alright, well here it is, right here. Here it is right here. There's the box. So that's what I will do. And then that gives me enough room for the jars that I need to put here for Amari Super Drinks. So I don't have to dig underneath the cupboard each and every time I want them. I can just come in here and pick what I want, and well, you know, right? And then come back and put the jars back. Because you kind of want to make it easy on yourself. Right? So before I do this, I have to make a label. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll make a label. Hold on. Is it still recording? Yeah. Okay, I know you can't see. Neither can I. See? Oh, what can I see? So we've got something on the bottom. There's a label on it. And then we've got something in the middle. There's a label on it. And then we've got the bacon with the ham hocks. That's so good. Now this is a bit of a waste of space in here. So I don't know. It tucks in nice though, right? So for now, that's good enough. It can stay there, right? And it's, right, cool, dark, okay. This is, I put that label on there with the whole red lentils. So, oh my God. Alright, I'm trying not to get mad because I get fucking harassed for stupid shit. Right? You know. Now, this box is a good box. It's for jars, 1 gallon size jars. So I'm just going to put it right here for now on top of this other one. And then I'll decide what I'm going to do with it later in terms of maybe I'll put stuff that I'll use regularly in there. Just keep it in the box just to keep it out of the light. You know, even though the light never really ever turns on in here, the curtains are still kind of there, so, you know, there's always, the darker the better. That's all I'm trying to say, is the darker you can make it, the better off it is. So this was in the middle of this box. And also, too, cardboard. Once the jars get cold, they, as a matter of fact, you know, what I could do, here we go, I'll just give you an example. I think I'm going to have to take out this thing. I have to keep moving my shit. It's just fucking stupid, but whatever. Whatever. So this box is empty. We'll make it... I don't know what happened here. I don't know how that worked. I don't know how I got... I don't know. But, okay, these ones here, the farro wheat. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's what that is, farro wheat. I mean, I could leave it just on the table as is. I could. And just cover it up with a cloth. This is potato flakes, because I bought quite a few bags of that. I've already vacuum sealed them. They're done. And then, what is this? This is the maple sugar. Alright. And then I will, like I said, I will grab something, a couple of jars from underneath. But obviously these are different jars. Different company, I can tell already. And it's not necessarily closing. Either or, if you do it that way, And then put, where's that box I just had? Something on top of it like that. And then you lay on the box. And obviously, I don't know. So now I have to move this out, right? Because the legs are over there in the center. This isn't my grandmother's and my grandfather's table from back in the farms when they had their 5 kids in a one-room house with the wood stove in the center of the house. They had no running water. They had an outhouse, and they worked the farms. Yeah, that's how my grandmother raised 5 kids. 1 died, so she had 6, but 1 died. And this was the table that they ate off of in that one-room farmhouse when they had the farms. It's over 100 years old. Yeah, there it is right there. But what it is it folds up. See, it has a leg right here, but nothing really supporting it over here. Now, it's pretty sturdy, but still, things get heavy. And I can kind of feel the lip, right? So, if I'm going to do jars like this, boy, always having to move things around. Right, if I'm going to do jars like this, with or without boxes, I don't really need the box, honestly. The box would probably be better down there. But, because these things can just be simply covered up with a, because you want to get to them easy, right? With a nice tea towel. Where these boxes are better for long term. Because you have to build in a system, right? These I plan on using regularly once I get on the roll. So this box, more for storage. So we'll just leave that there. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in it, but this here has got to go. See, now I have another problem, right? And if I move it into the hall, to move it someplace else, it's a heat score. Everything's a fucking heat score. Yeah. When my mom paid thousands of dollars, I don't know how much she paid. When they got this table, my mom and my uncle Nick were fighting over this table as to who was going to get it. For whatever reason, my mom had it. She ended up paying thousands of dollars to get it refinished. And then somehow my Uncle Nick got it. And then they were scrapping over the stupid thing. And then, I don't know, my Uncle Nick turned around and scratched it all up and gave it back to my mom. And then my mom gave it to me. And I've had it for like eons. My mom's been dead since I was 25 years old and I'm 61 now. Right, so I've had it at least that long, but I got it even before then. Right? Probably got it when I was in my 20s. Or even maybe before then, like 19 years old or something. Anyway, see, these jars here would be better off in the center because the legs can hold it better, right? So now I have to find someplace for it. Isn't that a beautiful glass bowl? Look at that. Do you see that? That is so, so nice. That's antique. But, some people can say, oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, you know what that is? Oh boy. Oh boy. Those things. One fell down. Where's my hand? Can't see. You go around like this is supposed to exercise your heart. These are old too. They're like these were I've had since freaking I was like 19, 18 years old. The other one just fell down. I should use it. Exercise my heart. That heart of steel. Yeah. I got paramedics attacking me all the time. Every time they come to my house because of Umari now. Yeah, because they don't like what I did by exposing them for what they did to Shimei. That's what it is, people. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I don't know where that other thing went. I heard it fall. Where did you go? Where did you go? I don't want a ball hitting my jars. Oh my lord, where did you go? My Little Pony. Where are we? I can't see. My Little Pony. Here we go. Remember those? Can't find those things no more. So yeah, now I have to take out this thing in order to do what I want to do here. Well, that's what I'm doing. So I'll take this out because I want to grab those jars and get them situated, right? So hold on. Okay, so you can see what I've done now. Of course, I took that out into the hall. Whatever, people. So now I've made 1, 2, 3. I can go underneath my cupboard in the kitchen and grab 3 more larger jars like this that I put down there specifically for, you know, what I'm going to be doing here soon. At least I'll start with the 3. So 1, 2, 3. I could actually do a whole row of them here and then just take one long towel and cover them up. Right now I'm going to bring in a fan. I'm going to plug it in. I'm going to let it run, let it get cooler because I want it a little cooler in here. If it was winter time or fall or early spring, it would be really, really cold in here. But, you know, we've got this heat thing going on. So in the meantime, I think I did pretty good. But, of course, it takes up energy. It takes time, right? And nothing is perfect in life, right? You know, I've had fabric for years in this room. Still my bed is full of fabric. I got fabric everywhere. Tons of records in here. I've got books in here. I've got craft stuff in here. You don't even know. I've got my work desk. Look, my nose is running from all this dust in here. So hold on a minute. What it is, it's these ceilings, right? You know, these ceilings are not safe. They're not good for you. But anyway, you know, over time, like nothing ever really moves in here. But over time, right, you know, I come and I can feel, right, you know, I feel the ceilings, they flake off little by little, surely by surely. And you get, you know, grit and dust, right? So as I'm moving around, I'm having to dust things. So hold on. Okay, so now you can see what's going on here. Right? Now I went underneath my cupboard there. These apples I did a long time ago. Oh, let's see. Okay. You can see I have 2 jars. I found them. I told you. Right? 'Cause so, they're nicely sealed, right? This was years ago. Like, you don't even know how long ago. So, before I do anything with them, I'm just going to put them in here for now. Get them out of the way. And then when I got more time, we'll get into them. And then we'll see if they're good. If they're not good, then I'll make a tea with it in terms of water and let it sit and seep and throw in some in it for the garden, right? But if they're good, then we'll make maybe like an apple date or something like that, square. When I went out shopping with Andre, he had me buy these little bars, you know, those little granola bars. You get 6 to a box, and it's $5 per box. Like, I said, gee, Andre, that's an awful lot of money. And they're not even that big. I said, look, we got everything we need here to make that kind of stuff. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing here. This is apples as well, dehydrated apples. Okay, now we're probably going back as far as, oh, I don't know, 2011, 2012. But it's never been opened. You see, that's the thing, right? So it's hard to say. So before I do anything with them, I'm just going to leave them in here. Right? Now, I'm going to bring in this little air purifier that has a wicked fan on it. Oh, yeah. To cool down this room. You know, until the weather changes, which won't be for a while. So for another month or two, I'll run it in here to keep it a little cooler. But as I'm getting down, you know, into the box over here with those jars or whatever, like these jars here, they're really nice and cold. Like I'm, you know, all you do is you take the jar and you put it up to your face. You can kind of feel it, right? It's not so bad. But I have a lot of things that are like sealed in a jar. So the more you have it cooler, the better it is. So now that I've done that, for the most part, I can probably put one more in here. And then I found this one here, which is dehydrated potatoes, you can see. Right, so I'm just going to bring a few things in here because I need to clear out my kitchen. I need a bit more room, right? So I need more room underneath my cupboards, right? To put my appliances or whatever. And then what you do in a situation like this, you just take a thin, this is like a little tablecloth of sorts, and you just cover everything up just to help to protect it from the light. For the most part. But obviously I'm not done yet. Alright. Because even with the light off, there's still a little bit of light because those curtains provide a bit of light up on over there, right? So, do you see? And then what I'll do is I'll leave myself after I'm all said and done, because I'm not done, right? I'll leave myself a little area here on the table on this 110-year-old table or more. I don't even know how old this thing is. Well over 100 years. Okay. I'll leave myself more than likely a little spot here, right here, so that when I wanted, you know, or I can take what jars I want out, either or. Still haven't quite figured out what I'm doing yet. I'm just still putting kind of things away, right? Moving things around. I don't want the juice in there. So now I'm just going to set up this fan just to cool it down in here a little bit. Right. I might end up moving this yet. That's, again, just fabrics and, I don't know, something there. And then there's records here, and I'll stack these jars that I have on the floor down here. You can see there's a few jars, right? I'll stack them in there, right? Other than that, you can see the light is still shining, right? So that's why you want to cover things up a bit, eh? If right? Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. People, I'm in fucking trouble. All this fabric. I took out this fabric from my room. I'm in trouble. Like, seriously, man. You don't even know what kind of trouble I'm in. See? Fabric. 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 Okay, so I managed to get that little fan in here. And I can feel the air standing here. So this is good. It's cooling it down nicely. That's a little fan. I paid $100 for it. It's an air purifier and a little fan. And when I read the reviews, oh my, everybody was saying this fan is one heck of a good little fan. And I'm like, okay, well that sounds like a plan, because after Mark Haynes' air conditioner, which was one big flop, I thought I'd try this. I've got other air purifiers, right? I gave him the other one, but this can even go a little higher. So I'm running it now just to cool down the room, because we've got things that are canned, right? This is the water bath. So remember, I had 4 jars that popped. Okay, you can see I took them out, right? And wherever, you just go like this. This is something. This is that Alfredo sauce, right? Alfredo sauce sounds different. That's because the headspace is very small, right? These ones got a little higher headspace. Okay. If the room was cooler, I wouldn't have to run a fan in it. So anyway, it's okay. It's not perfect, but you know, it will cool down things. So I just put this to my face. It's quite cool. What is this? Oh, the halibut that I did, right? This is good. Okay, this is why you want. So if you have to, this is why I'm showing you. Bring in some kind of a little fan, just to take the mugginess out of the room. If it's getting too warm for this kind of stuff, right? So anyway, I got too much fabric, people. I'm serious. You don't even know. I'm not gonna get mad though, because you know, I'm just not gonna get mad, right? With the way the world is going, I have no regrets doing the food prep, people. It's annoying though, because it takes up space, and then of course people use it against you, right? Unless of course you live in some big fucking monster house or something like that, you know, some kind of big airy house with, you know, whatever house, right? You know, 3,500 square feet, 4,000 square feet, 5,000 square feet, then yeah, you know, whatever. But what do you got to do to get that? You know, seriously, what do you got to do to get that? So I have no regrets doing the food prep, although clearly it causes a bit of a problem because it takes up space, right? And as I'm making space for that, the fabric is going out, but I already got it out. So I don't know. I'm just going to move it into the playroom, what I've got up here. I figure come winter time, after this is all done, and you know, I've done some yard work, and I can feel the fan standing here, so this is good. It should be fine to run the whole every day, all day long, right? As long as it doesn't move. So I gotta come in and out and just make sure it's not moving, right? And then after a little while, maybe I'll turn it down. You can see my hair is kind of blowing, right? So it's a pretty strong little fan for what it's worth. Right? And the air is cool, so it's going to take a little while to cool down the room, I would think. But and that's all I need. I just need the, you know, the mugginess off out of the room, because these jars, they're not too bad. What is this? This is beans I canned a long time ago. I brought these ones up from downstairs, and it's cool. I'd like it to be a little cooler. That's why I brought the fan in here. But, you know, these people that that used my situation against me. You know, 10 years in a yard, never got to sew. Fabric just sat here like a lump on a log. You know, and now that maybe I can sew, can't fucking see. Right? So, but I'm still reluctant to kind of like get rid of it, right? Because I'm going to attempt to try and sew. Andre wants to learn how to sew. Tisha might, who knows, right? This is, this is good fabric, like all kinds of fabric. This is quite a few meters here, or yards, or whatever, right? This is long. This is a big piece of fabric. I could make a cute little outfit with it. Do something with it. Right now it's just getting everything accessible, right? Andre likes coming in here looking for food. He's always scoping out food in here. He just came in here and got some graham wafers. He knows. He said, you got, he calls them s'more cookies or something. And I'm like, no, you can. He seen me coming. They're right here, Nana. They're right here, Nana. I'm like, ugh, go ahead. So you can't beat yourself up for trying to stock up. Right? I can't wait though until I really actually start getting into. Oh yeah, speaking of that, where's those beans? Where are they? I don't even think I made. Oh wait, here we are. That's all I need to start. So I'll start with these. I'll soak these tonight. These are probably a Great Northern White bean, more than likely. I'll soak these tonight. Then I'll cook them up tomorrow. Maybe I'll make some bean burgers with potatoes, a little bit of onion, and I'll puree amaris and try and right. See, I got beans coming out of my ears, so I ain't too worried about it. I just don't like people trampling through my house, and they don't, they just take it for whatever. Just, I swear the paramedics are pissed off because I talk about Shimei and what they did with that perfusion machine and their hammock when they took her dead body out of my house, people. Yeah. That guy when he was pounding on her chest when they had her on the carpet floor, right? That's where Julian laid her down. And I don't know what, he looking up at me, he looked so fucking guilty. You don't even know. He knew Shimei was dead. But that's not the agenda in British Columbia, Canada. Well, yeah, that is the agenda. Have the young people die off, blame it on them, say they did it to themselves, or they were suicidal, doesn't matter as long as they're dead, and then reap the rewards on the body parts on the black market so they can build their stack and pack fucking buildings to support their superannuation life insurance policies and their pension plans and their fucking this and dental plan and freaking every other plan that they got when they're working for the government. Yeah. Partner up with that organized religion. Yeah. So when you talk like that, especially on YouTube, as you're being shadow banned, and you're being shadow banned, right? Yeah, it's like that doctor. Well, Shimei, coke, yeah, okay, whatever, buddy. You want to call yourself a fucking doctor. Okay.